Alrighty people, this is video number 4 of my series hiking and filming the entire coast of St. Croix. I ended my hike where that house is with the red roof, over by those mangroves, all down there, Salt River Marina, everything all the way around. It's all solid mangroves, couldn't hike that. So I'm starting my hike on this side, the Judas Fancy side of Salt River. And that's west, north, east, south. All right, right now I'm heading south. I'm gonna go around this loop here. It is shoreline that's hikeable, so it counts. This bay used to be able to swim in here. All this sand and rubble coral here is filled in here in the past, since about Hurricane Hugo. It comes down from the coast over up there. I'm heading over there to that Ost Hill. Let's see if I can make that swimming hole. That's about 2 miles. And that's where the video will end. That's the hill I broke my arm on, and I'll start the steep part on another video, video number 5. Gonna do it barefoot again. They were gonna build a yacht club over there that started a long time ago in the 60s, and they tore it all down. Oh, this is parkland, National Park. This part's amazing. All this material here, thousands of yards of it, have filled this whole bay in the past 30 years. It's almost connecting to the other jetty. Soon you'll be able to walk right across here. I'd say by next year it's going to connect. Well, this is the end here. Everything is mangroves down there except for Triton Bay, but you can't, it's just a small piece. I think that's the National Park headquarters, I'm not sure, but it's closed. So I'm heading this way. Right now I'm walking north. Barefooty, man. This stuff's hard on the feet, man. These corals. Gotta have some tough ones there. That's where Christopher Columbus came in, 1493. Well, he landed on that side. That's what they say, you know. Who really knows? Back in 1493. Yeah, maybe he came on this side. Gotta remember to wipe the lens when you're near the ocean. Get that fine salt spray on it, and then you get some fuzzy footage. I forgot to wipe the lens when I was walking past the Gentle Winds condominiums. It kind of got some fuzzy footage there. See if I can make that Oss Hill in one go. All that land over here, it's all been, it's not natural, you know. They cut out marinas and they dredged out all this area and built land back in the 60s. So none of that area really is natural around there. They put these jetties in. Least turns, man. That's what those birds are called. Fast little bugger. They're a protected bird. That's that Cane Bay dive boat out there. That's one of their main spots. They used to have the Salt River Marine Lab out there. The underwater capsule was out there for a long time, but I think they moved to Florida. It was right about where that boat is. By the way, today's Thanksgiving 2020, man. Build up an appetite for that Thanksgiving dinner, man. See if I can find a piece of that floating coral. We got some of it down here. It's pretty rare coral, it's not very common. That's a big old whelk. You never see them that big anymore. Everything is being fished to extinction. So like I said, I don't eat no more seafood from here. I take nothing from the ocean, man. No living thing. Alright, now I'm heading east. Stuff's really hard to walk on. What really gets you is not walking on it, it's the wave comes up, picks up a piece of coral, and slams it in your ankle. They used to have a big swimming hole right there. Back in the 60s, it was all man-made. It all filled in. All this shoreline is eroding and going down into that little bay over there where I showed you. And in the sea urchin zone here, man. They put these jetties here to stop the erosion, but they never built it high enough, so the waves just push all the rubble right over it. These were built in the 60s. There's a piece of floating coral over there. I want to crawl into there and find another one. I keep moving them out. This is floating coral, but this is a waterlogged one. That's what it looks like. I'll find a dry one. Me and my brother have been cleaning up all the garbage off the shoreline. I'm gonna carry it out. Can't drive down here. Got maybe about 10 bags to go back there. There's a lot of stuff. People in throw all that shit off a boat. There's the floater, man. Heading down here, that's the Cape of the Arrows. To the right, the Indian burial ground. We can still find old pottery stuff on the shoreline. Got old arrowhead points, tomahawks. Pretty rare to find those, but they are here. I think that one's too waterlogged. That's a neutrally buoyant one. That over there is the Cape of the Arrows. That's the Indian burial ground. Mystic place, the man. Indian vibration, them. Now, where's the dry floating coral, man? Always when you're looking for it, you can't find it. It's like the graveyard of coral down here. I mean, some of this could be like 7-10 foot deep. It just goes down. I like this shoreline probably 1,000 times. This coast used to be about 100 feet out that way. It's all eroding away. It got nothing to do with sea level rise. All to do with that this is just rubble and it moves. And there's always a down current that goes to the west. Because up there where the solid rock shoreline is, it hasn't changed one bit in 48 years. See, they want to have you believe, like, because of all them places like, you know, barrier islands, atolls, places like Florida, sinkhole capital of the world, you know, beaches, those are eroding away. It's sea level rise. No. Nope. They only count the solid rock shorelines. They don't move. And I'm a very observant person. I look at all the little stuff. Where is that floating coral, man? Trying to keep moving here. Want to get to that off hill. Yeah, see, we've been bagging up the garbage. Gotta carry it out. Obviously, you can't drive down here. You gotta carry it like a pretty good distance to get it out of here. So I'm bagging it up for now. I built a beach here in 1982, like I said in the other video. Had a big bonfire pit here with big logs for seats, hammocks. This was all sand. Had a big swimming hole there. Did it all myself. Moved over 300 tons of rock by hand. That's basically the Cape of the Arrows over there. That's where they buried their dead Indians. I knew I wouldn't find one of those damn floating corals that were dry. Then you want to show something, you can't find it. I don't think there's any down this way. There's some sharp stuff to walk on. These corals. Yeah, the tough feet for that, man. Especially when you're walking up miles of it. That's the hill I skated. From the top of that hill, go all the way down. East Concordia, Scenic Road. Yeah, that beach I built got blasted by Hurricane Lewis in 1995. Then Hurricane Maryland came about 10 days later. Really finished it off. Really one of the best campsites on the island. Not one piece of floating coal. Oh shit, baby Wilson. That's a pen. That's not Wilson. No floating coal down here. Well, I'll find a piece of it one of these hikes. Ah, little tiki line. Another swimming hole right there. The rough one. That's why I swim there all the time. Oh, whole family of Wilsons. Oh, big Wilson. Yeah, I've been picking up all the garbage. We're gonna carry it out. This is a cool little lime here. That's White Horse Reef out there. The guy, well, he got some carvings here. Look at the carving. Yeah. Well, it says Wilson on it, man. Look, there he is. Wilson's brother. Waves get really big here when you get a hurricane going by. Down there's a surf spot. Oh, there's a shipwreck right over there. It went up in 77. Hit White Horse Reef over there and then drifted down and landed on the reef over there, but it's pretty beat down below the water now. That's Buck Island. That's the east end. That's where I'm heading. All the way out there. Then you gotta go around the south shore. Probably take about video number 10 or so by the time I get out the east. Trying to keep moving here pretty quickly. Trying to get to that hill that protrudes out with a White House on it. That's Oss Hill. There's a swimming hole. I'm gonna try to make the swimming hole. That's the hill I fell and broke my arm on the other side. That's a real steep cliffs over there. But after that, the hiking will get real easy all the way to Point Udall. So I'll be able to cover a lot more ground. Cool color rocks on here. There's that A-frame house. That one's abandoned. I think it's gonna have to be leveled. Salt blast is finally taking its toll on it. And after 60 years. Basically this shoreline here to that Oss Hill is the most salt blasted shoreline on the island. If you build your house right on the shoreline, boy, that salt eats everything up quick. A lot of maintenance. Depending on how you build, you gotta tear it all down within 30, 40 years. Redo it. Slippery rocks. Yeah. Trying to stay dry on this trip. That's slippery there, boy. This coast is one of the roughest on the island. It's got no reef out there to break the waves. Right there with that piece of metal sticking up, I see a transom of a shipwreck that went up in 1994. I cut the prop off of it, a 1,200-pound prop, dragged it all the way through the water, all the way up to the road up there. Did it all myself. Got beat up to hell doing that. It's a really rough spot. Had a 4.5-inch shaft on it. I had to cut it with a hacksaw. Took 14 hours just to cut the shaft. And it was a lot of stuff. Took 70 hours to get it out of there. I got it home. There was a lot of winching with come-alongs. I had to get it up these banks here and drag it all the way up to the road through the sea grates. Took 27 hours to get it up to the road up there with fucking hand winches. Yeah, they took a bulldozer out right here, tried to push the ship, a big ass bulldozer, and they had a tugboat on it, and the dozer got stuck out there, and they had to bring 2 more big dozers and set them up there with big cables to get it out. The guy said to own the boat dozer, if it had shut off, they would have never got it out of there. I still can't believe they drove a $250,000 bulldozer out there to push some old ship, you know. Wish I had a video of that. But that was back in 1994. I've hiked this coast, down there over 1,000 times, this part hundreds of times, and nothing has changed. It looks the same as it did 48 years ago. Aha, a new species of Wilson, a blue one. A house up here. Got these little swimming holes here, but they might have been beat up by the hurricanes. Filling in with rock to clear them out. Now we're going to get in a more populated part of the island. And I find a lot of this tie strap on the shoreline. Who the hell is dumping that kind of stuff? I keep finding this blue stuff. Yeah, it kills the damn animals, the turtles, and gets wrapped around them. Gotta be all those cargo ships out there dumping that shit. People need to stop throwing their goddamn garbage in the ocean. Plastic everywhere. Holy crap, an old Wilson there. Boy, that looks like the Wilson that came all the way from the South Pacific now. Yeah, took a beating then. That can't be Wilson. Got a big barge that ran aground here in 1973. It was a big one. It was like 400 foot long. Had a bunch of cars on it and all kind of stuff. They did finally get it off. The wood there. My toe, man, walking back. That one hurt. That was a hard one. A lot of these houses, it's snowbird people. They live in the States. They come down here when it's winter up there. And they run from the cold. I think that house is pretty trashed out. Salt blast taking its toll. A hurricane. Starting to see a lot more abandoned houses these days. That one's torn up. We're from the Hurricane Maria. Yeah, all the concrete's cracking up. I'd have to knock that one down. You know, when you build down here, you gotta use all stainless steel hardware, man. Can't use none of that galvanized stuff. That shit is rusted in 1 year. And there's so many of these houses make that mistake. You know, they think they're saving money by not using the stainless, but they're not. You know, spend an extra $1,000 and save you tens of thousands or more on the road. Still a little swimming hole here. Yeah, back to the Razor Rock. Not too much of it though. See if I could get down that Oss Hill swimming hole, take a plunge. A lot of stuff drifts up here. It's one of those catch-all, you know? Plastic, you name it. It's a pretty cool piece of driftwood. Turns. Hello. Find anything good? No, just looking for trash. And yeah, I pick up all the trash down there in Salt River. They got carried out, you know. I'm filming a series. I'm hiking all the way around the island. I'm filming the entire coastline. This is video number 4. Look up cruising mongoose. I started at Caramola on the cliffs, and this is video number 4. I made all around the rocks. I haven't skipped one spot yet. I broke my arm on that cliff when I was 12 years old. I gotta go around that, but I'm not doing that today. I'm going to the swimming hole in the end. I'm gonna cut the video there. But yeah, check cruising mongoose. Yeah, on YouTube. All right, have a good day. Have a good Thanksgiving. It's one of the main local surf spots. Right out there. It's where we all used to surf. I don't really surf. I never got into surfing that big. I was more into speed skateboarding. Not as many surfers now as there used to be. Sometimes there'd be like 30 surfers out there on one good day. Now the most I see out there maybe 5 to 8. This is the Judas Fancy coastline. It goes to the other side of that off hill. This house has been beat down by hurricanes and rebuilt. They built it way too close. Salt blast, tear it up. That place has just been rebuilt. Look at all the rust. The irony was that right before Hurricane Hugo, 1989, they just had rebuilt the house. And they did everything, stainless steel hinges, everything quality, and buoy windows. And Hurricane Hugo came, smashed it all up, totaled it. Literally right after they finished it. I don't know if I'm gonna make that swimming hole. I gotta really remember to wipe the lens and get the fuzzy footage. There's that guy named Cody Mundane on that survival show. He ain't got nothing on my feet. Now that house, they tore that down about 6 years ago. The salt blast took its toll. And it's already starting to look old. It's a cool spot here. Will I make the swimming hole? Don't know. Battery's got to be getting down there. Well, wherever it cuts off is where I start the next video. unless I make it to the swimming hole. That's where I'll start. I'm not going around the real steep parts. It's Thanksgiving, I don't want to die. And I already broke my arm on those cliffs. And another guy fell off the cliffs. Well, one day broke his arm. His wasn't nowhere near as bad as mine, but some real dangerous cliffs out here. I still can't believe I climbed down in the area that I did without ropes. I was 12 years old, climbing down sheer cliffs. And me and a friend went down to get some whelks. And on the way up, about 40 feet, 45 feet or something, the rock broke off on me. And I went tumbling down, hit a ledge, snapped my arm, almost had a compound fracture. And I bounced in the water, luckily missing this ledge that we hiked down to. Missed it by like 3 feet. Would have been sure death. And then I was getting sucked into a little cave there. But the incredible thing is, what I can't believe to this day, I'm going to be filming that spot, as I climbed out of there with one hand, with a mangled arm, and I was able to climb out. And I was heading straight for the hospital. I knew I had to get to the hospital. And my mom came and picked me up. My friends called, said that I fell off the cliff, had a broken arm. And she picked me up about 1.5 miles down the road. I knew I had to get to the hospital. That swimming hole's right around here. I don't know, this camera could cut out any time. I'd like to make that. And that'll be the end of this video. Just don't want to rush. Break an ankle on Thanksgiving. Crack your skull or whatever. A lot of people have been injured on these cliffs because a lot of people grew up in this neighborhood. We used to all hike around in these cliffs. A lot of people don't even know the swimming holes here. It's amazing. See all those sea urchins? A lot of urchins down. See all the little guys. That's why I don't like walking in that white water. You know, you don't know, you can't see where you're stepping. I gotta be a calm day when I hike around this cliff. The steep part. I've got this swimming hole in some of my videos. We used to go in here and ride the big waves, stick our backs to the waves. They'd pick us up and carry us up in the back here. A lot of people got mashed up. That guy fell off of there, landed down here. His name was Raw. And me and a friend had to help him get him out of here. That was a long drop on the rocks. Well, this is it. The end of video. Number 4. Avocado. He's off, there it is. That's the swimming hole. Make it swim. No, man, it's still here. Yeah, next video I'll be hiking up around here. That's where all the skink bugs get. The real hairy area. And after that, that's easy. That's right. ST Croix USVI No. Jump off up there into here when the big waves are coming in, and then they carry you up there. We were nuts. Crazy. Sometimes you get like 7-foot walls of whitewater, you go all the way back, video and show it on the channel. It's real dangerous. My brother got his front teeth smacked out on that rock right there. In the next video, starts right there. Go around, up, forward, the other side. This is definitely one of the real private. It gets a lot of circulation in here. It's one of them sea urchins. See how sharp the spines are? Yeah, for anybody that's not familiar with a Caribbean. And they get about 3 inches. The spine's that long. And when they break off in your foot, they're poison, and they're not like stepping on a normal thorn. When you dig it out, it just breaks up. And it leaves residual pieces of these thorns. And they hurt. They fester for at least a month. So these guys you don't want to step on. No matter how tough your feet are, you can't walk on those. Alright, well, next video starts right here. Up and around. There's that salty doghouse. There's that jacuzzi right there. If I lived there, I'd have a rope to come down. I'd be swimming in here every day. So that's about it. Next video, number 5. Okay, peeps, over and out. Peace.